Okay, so I want to introduce you to everybody because these ladies are pretty fabulous and so knowledgeable in their particular their particular field. And I'll share a little bit about how I met all of them. So first off, I'm going to introduce Chelsea Privitera. She's my massage therapist. She's been my massage therapist for a number of years. I think what drew me to her was she has a very distinct style of using lots of tools and lots of things and really customizing it for what your body needs. And so I have found her to be super healing, and I'll share more about my journey of why I needed that healing. But I found her to be really super healing. I'm going to just keep continuing to mute people. I'm sorry. Hi, Jen Cava. Okay. Okay, if you guys can just mute yourselves, that would be even better. So anyway, so Chelsea's, I try to go and see Chelsea usually about once a month at least. I try really hard to be dedicated to my schedule and do it. Sometimes I'm not the best of it, but I never ever regret going to see her. Typically I get a 90-minute massage with her, and it's just incredible. I started it because I really felt as though I wanted to work on like my relaxation, you know, for kids, being an entrepreneur, things like that. There's a lot going on in my world, and I needed to relax. But that is how I that's how I met Chelsea. Next up is Renee, Carroll, and Nikki Bradshaw. I met them, they own Nickel City Alchemy. I met them by chance. They happened to think that their product was a good fit for the store, and boy, were they right. And it was so funny, like things happen always for a reason, I believe. And truly, I needed those bombs probably more than anybody else. And they walked in, left me some beautifully wrapped samples I can still recall. And I don't have things into the store unless I really believe in them, and I really love them myself. And so it takes me a while to get through all of the like beauty products and things like that. But I instantly fell in love with their products, and I knew nothing about what magnesium could do for your body. And it was really super interesting for me. And they're just such a wealth of knowledge. Can you guys just wave your hands so that people know who they are? There they are. So they're a mother-daughter team, and they'll be speaking to you tonight about what magnesium does for your body. It's so very interesting. If you bought one of the kits, they graced us with the sleep balm, the recovery balm, and the immunity balm. Chelsea made this fantastic concoction of goodness, and I'll let her explain everything in there. So we'll get back to that. And then Dr. Stephanie Pollock, I don't know if, can you raise your hand, Stephanie, and just wave to everybody? So acupuncture was sort of new for me. I hadn't ever tried it. I decided to do that and give it a shot. And I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous. I'm thinking, is this gonna hurt? What do the needles feel like? Dr. Steph is like somebody, like you walk in and I swear to you, it's like you've been girlfriends with her for a very long time. And I had no problem explaining to her how I felt, different things. I think it's been about a year that I've been going to her, and if I had anxiety, just different, it's incredible the things that she can tap into with your body. She looks at my tongue, which I was like, this is the weirdest thing ever. What is she doing? But she has this gift. I think it's truly gift. And she's an acupuncturist. She's a chiropractor as well. And she really helps people deal with their pain management. And it's just, I think it's awesome. And one of the things that has really, really helped me, and I always am like, first of all, I love that they're crystally and pretty, but in your kit, if you got one, there is the ear seeds that are in there. And I suffer from anxiety. I can't even imagine why, but I have a lot going on, like I said, and those really truly help. And I just, like I said, it's truly a gift the way she can read your body. So I want to share a little bit of brief history why I started getting into this dive into a more holistic approach. So about 16 months ago, I got a partial hysterectomy. And when I did, I went in, I thought that I was diagnosed with endometriosis. I went in, I had this partial hysterectomy, and it went wrong. It went real wrong. And I ended up having collapsed lungs and in the hospital for about 12 days. So obviously what that does to your body, not only having the hysterectomy, but also all of the things that go along with the meds and the hospital stay and all of that, that is kind of when this team of women started coming into my life. And it was a huge blessing. And I'm telling you, I feel amazing now, but the recovery has been one hell of a journey. I'm not gonna lie, it's been hard. And every step of the way, I feel like each of these women has played some role in my healing process. And I just felt like so strong about it that I really felt as though I wanted to share them with you guys, because I just think that they're just such a wealth of knowledge and just such experts in their fields. So I went to each of them and, was able to voice my concerns about how I was feeling and what was going on with my body. And they were really able to customize different things. And so hopefully you'll get some knowledge and some education about what different things you can do just besides taking a pill. That's kind of what I wanted to try to avoid. And I think most of you know that I'm a beauty counter consultant. I love makeup, I love skincare, I love all of that. But I had never known that, I didn't know. You don't know what you don't know. And one of the things I didn't know is that the laws hadn't changed since 1938 as about what's allowed in your skincare and makeup. So I started using it because I was like, oh, I like the products and it's great and it's fun and I'll try it. And I was supporting my sister-in-law and figured, great. Well, as I dove into this and realized that some of the things that I was using were so very toxic for my body, deodorant, simple, easy thing. Like here, I'm telling my kids to put deodorant on every day. And there were so many toxins in that deodorant. It started to open my eyes. And at first I freaked out and was like, oh my God, I got to get rid of everything. And then I was like, okay, wait, slow it down. I need to step by step just reevaluate things, and never more so than when I was healing from the surgeries. So anyways, I don't want to eat up too much of your time about all of that. I want to really let these ladies speak about things. And how about Dr. Steph, would you mind going first? I know that the ear seeds have been something that people have been like, what is ear seeds? I got a lot of texts. What is an ear seed and what does that mean? And what are we doing with those and things? So, so I love that Dr. Steph's are sparkly. She has always different beautiful ones. So I don't feel like I look like a goofball. In fact, my kids thought that I had gotten a piercing. And they were like, what is happening with mom? Why does she have this like piercing in her ear all of a sudden? But so Dr. Stephanie, if you could please just introduce yourself and share a little bit about your practice and where it's located, and also dive into these ear seeds and what we can do with them.
Sure. Thank you for the kind words. You are so sweet. So ear seeds are actually little acupressure ear stickers. So they stimulate the same points that I would use needles in an acupuncture treatment, but without the needles. These ones you got in your kit are actually Swarovski crystal. So they're 100% crystal. And then if you look on the back, there's a little 24 karat gold bead. That little 24 karat gold bead is what actually stimulates that acupuncture point. So in regards to application of the ear seeds, you just peel them back, grab a set of tweezers, peel it, take it off, and then just apply it to the ear. Clean the ear with a little rubbing alcohol, let it dry, and these little babies will last about 2 weeks. They're very resilient. They'll last through showers, they'll last through drying your hair, everything like that. And the 2 points on the card I gave you are 2 general points for overall stress and well-being. There is actually over 200 points in the ear. So if you have a certain health condition you're dealing with, whether it be back pain or menstrual cycle issues or digestive issues or insomnia, feel free to message me, to email me, and I can give you some other ideas of places where you can place the ear seeds that might help you more specifically for your condition. Really, the whole idea behind the ear seed and the placement is the ear seeds cause a neurological chemical reaction on a cellular level and actually release endorphins into the body. So that's where we get that kind of stress relief, that bringing down sensation that really helps people. And the nice thing about the ear seed is it gives a constant stimulus to that point. Whereas in an acupuncture treatment, you might only have needles in a certain point for 20 minutes or so. With the ear seeds, it really continues the effective treatment a lot of times until the next time you can get in for treatment. So I love to use them between treatments on patients because it just continues that effect of the treatment until I get to see them again. The 2 points on the card I gave you here, the point, you can probably see it in my ear right now. I pretty much wear them constantly. Got my little crystal right there. This point is called Earshen Men. It's an incredible point for any stress, anxiety, relaxation of the mind, insomnia, people who have trouble sleeping because they just can't shut their mind off at night. They just lay there and think in bed. This point is incredible. The second point on the little chart is point 0, which is kind of like I refer to as like the reset button for the body. For people who come in and just tell me they're just totally out of whack and they don't feel normal and they just feel like they need a reset, this is the first thing I go to. Great for balancing hormones, great for regulating organ systems, brain function. So these are the 2 points that I chose for the kits that I think are kind of overall for health and well-being for anybody. But like I said, there's over 200 points on the ear. So if you have a certain condition you want to use the ear seeds for, they're awesome for anything. And they're also really great for kids, which I should mention. I use them a lot for kids that have like ADHD or kids that get really stressed with school and social situations. Really great for that. And they're really discreet. They don't all have to be the crystals. I have plain 24 karat gold ones, little tiny stainless steel ones. So they're very discreet. They don't hurt. They're not painful at all. And kids can wear them for the same thing. About 2 weeks, they'll stay on. I do sell the kits in my office. I practice in West Seneca near the Southgate Plaza. And I'm also happy to mail out kits too. So if you decided you want a kit or you want to send a little special gift to someone you know who's maybe dealing with some personal stuff or some stress, anxiety in their life, and you just want to send a little thinking of you something that they can use on their own, I'm more than happy to mail them out and take care of everything contactless with mailing an invoice. So if anybody has any questions after the Zoom call, feel free to message me on Instagram, to email me. My email's right on the business card in the packet, and I'm more than happy to answer more questions in depth and help any way I can.
Okay, Dr. Steph, so I have a question. So once they're in your ears, what do they just naturally do that, or do you have to like rub them or what? I mean, I always do, but I don't know if that's necessary.
They will naturally stimulate the point just by being in the ears, but you can give it that extra stimulus by kind of gently massaging it. Sometimes they will even feel a little bit of an achy sensation when they're in your ears, and that's actually a really positive sensation. We call that a chi sensation. With acupuncture in general, we never want anything to feel sharp or painful or stabbing. Everything should be really gentle, really relaxing. But those sensations of like achiness, of temperature changes, of pressure at a point are totally normal, and our sensations of kind of things moving and working in the body. So you can definitely massage them for a little extra stimulus.
That's incredible. Awesome. I really feel a big difference when I'm wearing them and when I don't. And I like it when you do it for me. So, because you always like put them in the right spot and know exactly what I need. And I feel like that's so amazing. Her practice, you guys, is very easy to, if you're in Buffalo. I know a lot of you are not in Buffalo. But even if you can speak to her online and things, truly she is a wealth of knowledge, as you can see. You know, she's well-versed. She was a chiropractor first, right? At Dr. Steph, and then you decided to go into this after and to really support her business as far as like really making it a holistic experience for everybody, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's really great there, guys. And I feel like I'm definitely going to let you, you're getting a question and it says, does it matter if you put them in the right or left ear?
No, you can put them in both ears. You can put one Shen Men in one ear and 1.0 in the other. Totally doesn't matter. Even if you just have it in one ear, it will have the same overall effect.
That's incredible. Awesome. All right. If there's any other questions, go ahead and type them in the chat, and then we can circle back to Dr. Steph at the end, and I'm sure she'll be happy to answer them for you. All right. Next up is Chelsea Privitera. She is my massage therapist. She is a body guru. She knows her stuff, and she knows like how to get in all those spots, and like it sort of hurts, but then it's amazing. And I love that about her. She has a fabulous practice as well, and she is going to share what's in this little bottle. If you have a kit, it's pretty awesome, and she's going to tell you what to do with it and why.
Yeah, so I practice here. I've been doing massage probably a little over 12 years now. I just moved to Western New York maybe 3 years ago. I practice out of my house. It's pretty quiet. It's nice, and it's a good setting. So I'm right in Orchard Park. If you know the area, past Chestnut Ridge. So I'm up that way. There's a lot of oils I probably could have put together, but I chose a few of my favorites. And if you're not familiar with essential oils, then you can ask questions. But the majority is frankincense. So I did about 20 drops of frankincense in this little bottle. I think I might have done 10 lavender and then 5 lemon. So if you have them, if you want to smell, and you can probably pick that out. And then the carrier oil, so the base is going to be an organic jojoba oil. So super good for hair, skin, and nails. You can use this anywhere on the body. It's mostly I use it on my face at nighttime and in the morning. And if you guys have them, I can go ahead and show you how to put it on, because I don't have anything on my skin, so I could give a little.
I would love it. Give us a tutorial.
Yeah.
So I have a question right off the bat. And then maybe you're going to get to this, but I know that frankincense is a very expensive oil, actually. And whenever I go to buy it, I'm like, wow, why is this so expensive? But I know that you had told me in the very beginning that it was really great for me. And I just was wondering if you could, because when you're saying that there's 20 drops of that in here, that's a very concentrated amount. That's a lot of frankincense. And so why did you feel so strongly about the frankincense in this mix?
Frankincense is just like the oil of all oils. So it's really good for inflammation anywhere on the body. And it's kind of like the best oil that there is, really. Frankincense is one of my favorites. Frankincense and myrrh get paired together a lot. I feel like it's just the most popular. I don't know. It's got a lot of healing benefits. So I could like list, it's just a good all around oil. And then lavender is more of a antimicrobial. And then your lemon is going to be more of like a cleansing. So the three of them together are just super good for face and kind of wherever.
Awesome.
So you would do probably like a whole dropper is what I do on my face.
Okay.
And just kind of, there's no rules really in massage. You can just kind of, I just go ahead and apply it everywhere. And I actually take it right down and over my thyroid. So frankincense is super good for your thyroid, which is like located right in here. And all along through here, we have a ton of lymph nodes. So in total, I think in the head and neck, there's 200. And in the body, there's around 600. So in just doing a face and neck application, you can get to quite a few of your lymph nodes, right? So
it smells so good.
I know, it's really nice, right?
Oh, yeah.
So when you're applying, the idea is to kind of go down, and then, up over the forehead, down, and then you're going to want to, if you're stimulating your lymph system, you want to kind of go ahead and go all the way down through the neck through here, and you can carry it right down to your chest.
Okay, so I have a question about that as well. So when you're saying doing like a lymphatic drainage, what is that exactly? Like, is it fluid that you're trying, or what is it exactly? What am I trying to move out, I guess?
Yeah, so your lymphatic system is one of the most important systems in our body, right? So we've got a majority of our lymph nodes here in our armpits and our inguinal, and then like a few more in and throughout the body. And they're just in charge of anything immunity, toxicity, you know, if you get any type of a cold, virus, anything like that, like that's going to be your lymphatics. So encouraging movement within the lymph flow is obviously going to, you know, just help with inflammation or, you know, just keeping that moving.
Okay. Very good. Yeah, sometimes I feel as though I get a swelling in one side of the body compared to the other side. Is that pretty common, do you feel, with people that they have one side that's a little bit more overactive and whatnot?
Maybe. I mean, I guess it would depend on what's going on, or if
Yeah.
you've had like injury or trauma to that side of the body or that, you know, that region, or, you know, what's going on specifically, like sinuses and all of that.
Like a lot of trauma going on.
No.
I'm gonna need a lot of frankincense oil, I think, to fix all the trauma. So you were saying, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, that's okay. I wasn't saying.
So how long to really get the full benefits? How long do you feel as though you should do that kind of a massage?
Twice a day, maybe.
Okay. For like 5 minutes and
yeah, just a few minutes, two to 3 minutes, until your cheeks get nice and pink. And you can even use tools, like you can get these little tools. This is a gua sha tool. This is made out of jade. They come in all different kinds of material. You can use order off of Amazon. You can do like a little cup. This is good for circulation. So if we're talking lymphatic, this is really good for the face. You know, these are really inexpensive tools. You can kind of find them anywhere now because they're very trendy. So this is the gua sha tool. And this is a little mini suction cup tool. I know that Dr. Stephanie probably uses cups a lot in her practice, right? Yes. Yeah.
How do you use the gua sha? I've never done that before, actually. So how do you use that?
Yeah. So you could do.
I'm probably going to end up with like a hickey on my cheek if I use that cup.
Yeah. So you can, they're all different shapes, I think. Like hers is a little different than mine here, right? If you want to hold yours up. Yeah. Okay. Some are more flat. She's got a really awesome angle in hers. So that's good for, you know, you can go flat across the forehead, you know, over the cheek here with the curved part. And then you can start at the chin here and do each half of your face. So like you'd start at the midline and you'd go up towards the ear, and you'd go from nose to ear, and then you would go forehead to ear. And then you would take the bigger side and then drain out here through the neck and down. And then you can repeat that really as many times as you're comfortable with. And then, you know, other side as well, and then finish down through the neck.
Awesome. Why did you decide to do jojoba oil? I know that there's so many different kinds. What led you to that one?
I feel like massage therapists practice with lots of different oils. Organic jojoba oil is just my favorite oil. It just happens to be what I personally like. I like the viscosity of it. It's just my personal preference. A lot of people prefer apricot or grapeseed oil. I just really love jojoba. So I guess it would be preference. Okay. I don't work much often with creams. I'm an oil lover. So
awesome. Well, this smells fantastic. And if anybody needs more information, Chelsea has been tagged and everything. So how you got on here, there's lots of information about how to get a hold of her. And her massages are fantastic. If you feel like you're having any sort of issues, I feel like really the blood flowing through my body like that really, really helps. And if anything, it lifts your spirits and makes you relax. I think I was snoring the last time and I was a little bit embarrassed, but that's okay. She always makes you feel super comfortable about it. So, all right. Thanks, Chelsea.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, guys. So next up is Renee, Carroll, and Nikki Bradshaw. They're a mother-daughter team of the Nickel City Alchemy. So if you purchased the little box or received it, there's the Sleep Balm, the Immunity Balm, and the Recovery Balm. And if you don't know anything about magnesium like I didn't, they are a wealth of knowledge and are super passionate about it. So ladies, if you want to just go ahead and introduce yourselves, that would be great.
Hi, I'm Renee. And I'm Nikki. And our journey with magnesium started probably about 5 or 6 years ago.
Yes.
We both get migraines, and we've had them for a very long time. And we were just looking for something that didn't have all of the side effects that our migraine medications had. So we started reading about magnesium, and then transdermal magnesium, which is where you absorb it through the skin, which is what our balms are. And then we realized that it does a lot for sleep. After I had made the balm, I'd given it to my mom, and it was helping with her insomnia. And then from there, we just kept reading like crazy and, you know, looking at all the research and all the different ways magnesium functions in your body. So basically, magnesium is really good for inflammation of many different kinds. It's necessary for, depending on which doctor you're reading, between 300 and 700 or 800 functions in the body, like different enzyme reactions and things like that. So we just need it for such a variety of things to happen properly in our body. It works really well for sleep. It works really well for pain relief, for supporting your immune system. So that's where we started designing the different products that we sell, and like really using essential oils and tailoring them for helping people with specific things.
Yeah. So our sleep balm, that's all of our balms are the same base with emollients, because magnesium's a salt, it can be drying. So we add a lot of emollients, everything's all natural, organic, vegan. And then with our sleep balm, we added a lavender essential oils to that. So magnesium relaxes your blood vessels, your muscles, and then you have the lavender oil, which is another layer of calming. So you put that on the soles of your feet at night. So a teaspoon has about 260 milligrams of magnesium. So about a half teaspoon on the sole of each foot at night. And you can put socks on for 5 or 10 minutes, sleep with them on or take them off, just helps it to absorb. And we have the most hormone receptors in the soles of our feet. So really, you get the best quality sleep if you put it on the soles of your feet. You can also use it up in your calves if you have restless leg or leg cramps, anything like that. So you can pretty much use it anywhere. If you are a migraine sufferer, you can put it on your neck and your shoulders to help with all that inflammation. And then our recovery balm, that's for pain relief. So that's very specific. You put that on wherever you have arthritis, bursitis, sports injuries, joint pain. So that one is peppermint, wintergreen, ginger, and cayenne. So when you put that on, you'll pretty much get results within 10 to 15 minutes, your pain relief. And it also can be stimulating. So it's not something you maybe want to use at bedtime, because those oils are stimulating. And then our immunity balm, that one we put on the soles of our feet every morning to support our immune system. So that one has the thieves blend of oils and camphor and
orange oil. We also added.
Yes.
And then the thieves blend, I don't know, that one's pretty popular, so a lot of people know that, but if you don't, it's clove, lemon, rosemary, eucalyptus, and cinnamon. And then we added the orange and camphor to open your breathing passages. It will definitely work if you put it on the soles of your feet. It'll just open things up for you. But, you know, like you would use Vicks, if you have a cough and congestion at night, you can put it on your chest, on your throat. You can put it on the soles of your feet, just like you would with Vicks, but it doesn't have all the additives. So it's a lot more natural version of it. And also because it's 260 milligrams is kind of a low to moderate dose in terms of magnesium, and you can use it along with oral magnesium. Yes. So if you already take magnesium, you don't need to stop doing that. You can actually add this in, and it allows you to get to a higher therapeutic dose without having the digestive side effects you can get from taking too much magnesium. Right. You know, women generally need between 300 and 400 milligrams, you know, men between 400 and 500, but you know, for our migraines, we sometimes take up to 800-900 milligrams between oral magnesium and our balms. And it's, you know, unless you have kidney problems, it's very safe mineral to take. And your body will get rid of the extra.
Yeah. It's also really, really, stress really depletes magnesium in your body, and a lot of medications do. So we're so deficient in magnesium from our food sources to the soil. Everything is just so depleted that we really do need to be really aware of how much we really do need to feel healthy.
Yeah, and we use magnesium chloride in ours. There's a lot of different forms of magnesium. It is good to combine more than one form because they do different things. But magnesium chloride is a very bioavailable form. So that's why that one is used on your skin, because you can absorb it so easily, like more so than, you know, if you take a bath in Epsom salt, that's magnesium sulfate, you'll feel good for a while, but the results might not last quite as long. So this one really stays in your cells.
Super interesting. It's very interesting to me to learn when to use them because I've been putting them all on at night. So I've been like loading up at night. Every part of my body has like some sort of a bomb. So maybe that was not the right thing.
Well, and that's, I mean, if you have pain and it's going to interfere with your sleep, then, you know, obviously put it on, you know, it's better than not sleeping, you know, it's just some.
Well, I'll tell you, I definitely sleep. I find myself sleeping more sound when I use this. And that's why I like leave it on my night table because it really does help. And I really do feel a major difference in my sleep. I feel more rested when I wake up in the morning. The recovery balm has been essential to me because I ended up getting a stitch put in and I have been rubbing it where that was to try to help heal. I know I had talked to Dr. Steph about that too, because just trying to get things healed as much as we could, that was one of the things I still have pain in that area. And I really do feel a difference when I'm using this religiously. The immunity balm, I also did that all at night. I didn't know, but
it's okay.
It is okay.
I love that. It's funny because I really love the smell of the immunity balm. I really like the way that feels like, and I like the way it smells, and I like it to put it on my chest, and I also put it up in my throat, but now I have it too, so I'm going to be like all mixed up. But I do really love that as well. And I think with when COVID was hitting and all of these things were hitting, and you know, my family did get COVID. I personally didn't, but all of my family members did. Thankfully, they didn't have any symptoms. However, I had them all rubbing that on them. And I do believe that some of those things really help. Yes. Also, side note, Chelsea is able, and I know Stephanie is able as well, to do kids. My kids have not been to the acupuncture yet, but they are going to Chelsea very soon. They all got gift certificates for Christmas because they all want to go. And I do believe it's important, like, for not only just as a mom to take care of yourself, if there's moms out there, of course, you know, there's this evening of self-care where we're trying to do better and life is busy and all of those demands that are on us, even if we're not a mother in the day-to-day grind of life. But I also think it's really great if we can start to teach our kids young how to do that. So my kids all have these balms. My son, who is an athlete, uses that recovery balm religiously. You know, he is 16, so obviously his body heals so much quicker, but he also suffers from migraines, and it has made a huge difference.
That's great.
All of my kids use that sleep balm in the evening, and really have noticed a major difference. So we like drink this stuff at home. Like, they're like, our things are empty again.
That's great.
So, really, truly. And I know that the customers at the store have really all loved it. And I think it's a good combination of all these three different things. I do have a question about, and if anybody else has any questions and you want to put them in the chat, how do you know when your body is deficient of magnesium? What are you feeling?
So a lot of the symptoms, it's tough because some of the symptoms can also look like other things, but fatigue, muscle spasms and cramps, depression, anxiety, irritability, memory issues, cognitive issues, sleep problems, those are all related. And of course they can be other things too, but it's tough to know because you can go to the doctor, and if you get a serum test, you know, if they do like a regular blood test and they test for magnesium, it might not say that you're deficient because you store your magnesium in your tissues, in your bones. And your body will keep the level of magnesium in your blood stable, but it'll pull from other places in order to do that. So you might come out not being deficient when you actually do have a deficiency, just because that's the way the test works. So it's tough to know, right. But they estimate, again, it depends who you're reading, anywhere between 50%, 75% of the population is deficient. Very deficient. So our food system, because our soils are so depleted, you might be eating high magnesium foods, and obviously you should still do that, but you're not going to be getting what you would be getting from that same food 50 years ago. So
super interesting. Renee, I love the story that you told me about you had fallen on the ice and slipped and or slipped and fell or something.
Well, I was chasing my grandson.
And you were bruised. You should have been really bruised. But can you quickly share that story?
Yeah, so I was chasing my grandson in the driveway and slipped and fell, and I fell on my right hand, and it immediately, the wrist and the hand just immediately swelled up. So I came in right away and I started rubbing the recovery in, and I just kept doing that over and over. And the swelling went down so rapidly. Within 3 days, all of the bruising was gone. It kind of blew my mind. I was really surprised. I knew it was going to help me, but I didn't realize just how much it would. And it just healed so quick. Yeah. So it was a matter, I think all those oils combined with the magnesium just really eradicated the pain too. So it was a win-win.
I'll tell you, the other thing that I really love about these balms is that they're not sticky. Like you don't feel like slimy. I don't feel like they absorb into the body so quickly. I don't feel slimy. You're getting a lot of that. We love the balms, and I love these 3 balms and want to order them for a couple of my friends. Can they be ordered as a set? Yes, they can. And you can either go to Nickel City, and they have their websites as well. And then I also sell them at the store. So either way, Jen, we can make sure that you get them, but they can come in a set, or you can get them all separately. But get yourself the set, because it is, I think it's nice to use them all in conjunction together. So Dr. Steph, you have one question here, and it says, are there specific spots for headaches?
Good question. So the points that I gave you on the card, the Shenmen, which is up in like that little triangular fossa there, and then the 0.0 are both really great points for headaches or migraines. There's one more point right in front of the tragus, which is like that little cartilaginous guy at the front of the ear. Right in front of there is a tranquilizer point. That's another great point for headaches. There's also more specific points based on location. So if it's more of like a frontal headache in the forehead, or like a tension headache that kind of hits the temples, there are different, more specific points. So if you have a little more specific info you want to delve into, feel free to message me, and I'll come up with a little diagram and treatment plan for you.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay. So I also want to go over a few of my go-to. I'm only picked 3. I gave you a couple of little samples if you got the packet. So like I was telling you, I have really switched all of my, I'm not going to like goof around with this. I want things to work. I don't want to spend the time and put things on my face and then I see no. And that was sort of when I first started getting into a little bit more of a holistic regimen. I was like, okay, I'm way too far vain for this. Like, I want my lipstick to be good, and I want my skincare to be good. And so that is why I got into Beauty Counter. I certainly did not need one more thing on my plate, but I felt like the education piece was important enough to me to spend the time to do it. It bothered me tremendously that here I was giving my kids shampoo, conditioner, having them wash their hands, things like that, that I did every day, that I had no knowledge of, that could be potentially causing them harm in the future. So I wanted to just share a few of my very favorite things and how I use them. If you got the little kit, they're all in there. If you got the kit, there is this little brush. Now, I love this because charcoal, activated charcoal, is awesome. It's really, really great for your skin. You will actually see a difference in your skin, and I like that. I don't like it when I do something and I don't notice it. I want to notice it, like I'm not patient enough. The activated charcoal. So what I do with this is I try to pick one day out of the week that I consistently do it, so that I do it, you know, religiously every week. So my day is Sunday. In the Sunday evening, I plan my week out and I put this on. I also take a bath. I put Epsom salts in my bath. And so I kind of detoxify that way. I use the little brush because if there's one thing about it, it is a little bit messy. So it, you know, I use that, I kind of paint it on, and I let that dry and harden and read or relax. I usually have a glass of wine. I'm not sure that's really detoxifying much, but it helps with the overall experience. And I enjoy my charcoal mask. Now, one thing that I've been doing is kind of this mix at the end. And if you have been with me for a while with Beauty Counter, you know I love the charcoal mask. But what I've been doing is as it's dried on your face, it's sort of like a mini derm abrasion. I've been using this, which is the cleansing balm, which is kind of a great product just for, mine is almost empty, but I use this kind of it like if you were, when you were a kid and your mom had you put Vaseline like on your hands and on your feet and things like that. That's kind of how I use this product. So you put the charcoal mask on, and the activated charcoal pulls out the toxins, and you'll see where it is working on your skin. It's pretty cool, where your pores are clogged and things. Then I use this to take it off. I'm not gonna lie, it does hurt just a little bit because you're really exfoliating. So it really is like dried on your face, and then I use this to take it off. And truly, my skin looks brighter immediately. It really, really, really helps. And I found that tip to be kind of a good one. So if you want a sample of it, if you didn't get a sample of this, I always have them at the store, and I can also always send them to you. This is a little bit more tricky to send to you, but I'm happy to do so. And I do also have them in the store. I follow up with vitamin C. One of my biggest problems with my skin is, and maybe some of you have had this too, is I have melasma. So I have a lot of dark spots in my skin. So especially after my last baby, I found that to be very, very concentrated in certain areas. It was like very strong over my lip. It looked a little bit like a mustache, and definitely sunspots. And on the side of the car where because I drove on this side of the car often, the sun, especially on my left side of my face, the damage there was pretty severe. And so I have found this to be awesome, the vitamin C serum. And you could put it on right after you take all of this off of your face. It's perfectly safe, and it will really, really give you a glow. I use it every single day. I use it in the morning because I like that glow underneath my makeup. I think it like gives it a nice sheen and kind of brightens up your skin a lot. So those are some of my very favorite products. I'm happy to also send you whatever you want or customize. Or if you just have questions about maybe some safer alternatives that are not Beauty Counter, I kind of delve into it a little bit. I love our deodorants, things like that. Those are easy switches to make, and as you're trying to just switch over to a little bit more of a non-toxic. What is the name of the product you use to remove the charcoal mask? Oh, sure. Sorry, Stephanie, then I haven't said it. This is called the cleansing balm. It's awesome, and it smells great. And I swear this jar, you need very, very little. So, because it's sort of thick, like a Vaseline. So you'll have that jar for a year. I mean, you don't need a lot, but I do love that mix of taking the charcoal mask out with it. Also, I use the cleansing balm. I'll just put it in like on my hands and on my feet and stuff before bed in the winter, especially when I'm feeling really dry, and just sleep with it overnight. Another great tip to use this little packet if you got the charcoal mask is if you're getting a pimple, just stick it right on there and sleep with it. And it'll kind of suck out the ick. And in the morning, do it about 2 nights in a row and it should be gone. So that is also another really great tip. Also in your little packages, you got some socks. So these are, because I was thinking about my magnesium balm ladies. So you can, as they said, stick your sleep on your feet, and you can put those on tonight. And I think it'll really help absorb into your body and feel really great. So there's those in there. Another easy, quick tip, collagen that I love collagen. I don't know how you ladies feel about it, but I don't want to taste it, and I don't want anything gritty in my mouth. I do not like that. So I put this straight in my coffee, and I encourage you to give it a shot. It's totally tasteless. You won't feel it. I do definitely see it's funny because I have eyelash extensions on, and when I'm using it, she's like, gosh, your eyelashes are growing really fast, because if I'm consistent about it, it really turns over cells. So it really, really helps things grow a lot faster. And I have found this Vital Proteins one to be awesome and tasteless, and it just soaks right into your coffee in the morning or whatever tea, and you won't taste it. So I love that. And then also in your little kit, you have a little headband. So when you're doing your spa things, these are super cute. And I like these ones because you can wash them a million times. So we have these always on in our house, and just kind of keeps everything, especially like I said, that charcoal mask can be a little bit messy. So, and then some of you got some other things in there. I know I kind of mixed it all up, but hopefully this really answered some of your questions as to where to begin. Because sometimes when we're on these journeys of, we want to start switching things and we're really not sure how, or, we have good intentions to go get a massage. Now you have a real reason to go get a massage. It's not just to just relax, but it's also really going to help your body heal, and it's mind, I feel like, in your mind as well. Chelsea, did you have something to add to that? No? Oh, and then I know acupuncture can be a little bit scary. Like I said in the beginning, I was too. But truly, and what she said about, at first when I know that there's one in my shin that she always does, and I forget what it is. It's maybe like the crazy bone or something. I don't know, but like she always sticks the pin in it. And I'm always like, and then the pain, she always says, if the pain does not dissolve, you let me know. She's very calming, and so, and the pain doesn't dissolve, and the pain always dissolves. And I always feel so much better after. But when I went to her, I was originally talking about all of the things that were going on with my ovaries and pain and all of these things that I was having. And truly, she got me through a very, very difficult time as far as pain management. So it is worth it. I know it's scary. Start with your ear seeds and then go and see her. She's fabulous. And obviously you know how I feel about the Nickel City girls. And I love that it's a mother-daughter team. I love that you guys work together. And I love that that I like things that like instantly work. And I love that your products do that. And so I wouldn't be saying it truly. I have no reason. I wouldn't be saying it if I didn't truly feel that way. I really feel like they're fabulous. And you guys have done a really brilliant job bringing those customized scents. So enjoy. That's it. And as long as anybody has any questions, please unmute yourself and please feel free to ask. I think I have 2 more of the boxes left at the store. If you want more, or you just want links to anything, please feel free to reach out to me and I can hook you up with whoever you need to go to. Like I said, they're specialists. They know what will help you the most, more so than I can. I just wanted to introduce you guys to them. And I know that a lot of you wanted me to record this, and I did record it, and I'm going to email it out so that everybody gets a chance to learn from all of you beautiful ladies. So thank you so, so much for joining us, you guys. I appreciate it very, very much. I know the 4 honeybees, people who follow along and are following, I know that they are going to be really grateful for this information and for your expertise. So thank you so much. And I think that's it. Everybody's just saying thank you so much and what a great evening. It was a great evening. I feel like we should do more of these. I love learning with all of you. So, all right, ladies, well, thank you and have a good night.